Hi, in this video I will show you how to use the Sculpt Deformer in Rumba 1.2. So as all the deformer layers in Rumba, you have to select first anything from the asset you want to sculpt, and then you go on the Add Layer button, right click and choose Add Sculpt Deformer. You get now a new layer, and that layer will contain the sculpted keyframes you've done on that character. Okay, so you have one single layer per asset, and you can sculpt or deform any objects of the asset using the same layer. And you can get, of course, multiple layers sculpting or deforming the same asset. Okay, so let's see that deformer in detail. So to start a sculpt session, you press that sculpt button, and it will activate the sculpt brush. You get on that panel all the detail about interacting with that brush, so the mouse shortcuts and the keyboard shortcuts to change the main attributes of the brush. So let's see those attributes in detail. The first one, brush type, is the type of brush you use. So there is two types of brushes. The first type of brush is a surface brush. So it acts like that. It stays parallel to the surface and select the vertices close to the brush. And you also have a volume brush, so that one will select the vertices in the sphere around the surface position you have clicked. Okay. So the next attribute is the brush amount. The brush amount is the effect of the final effect of the brush. So when you do a stroke, the effect converges to a maximum value, which is the amount you've chosen. So it's the maximum brush effect the brush will converge to. So if I reduce my amount, I will get a final effect which is smaller. Okay, you can actually put more than one if you need directly in the tool window. You can also modify the amount attribute using the N key directly in the viewport. Next, it's the brush radius. The brush radius can be set using the B key. Okay, and it's basically the brush radius. It's easy. Then we get the smoothness attribute. You can set the smoothness attribute using the V key, and it will control the fall off of the brush, right? The last main attribute is the flow attribute. So that one is controlled with the C key, and the flow attributes control how fast the brush will converge to its maximum effect. Okay, so with a slow flow, it will do something like that, and with a fast slow, it will directly converge to the final brush effect. Then you get this very useful attributes, display color map. So if you do that, you will see in the vertex color the amount of sculpt you've done on each vertices of the geometry. So it's very useful to correct stuff, to smooth stuff, and to clean the sculpt. Okay, you can choose 4 different color map if you like. Then you get this very important attributes, the multi-objects attributes. When you are sculpting, you can decide to sculpt on the click geometry, so here on the green surface, or to sculpt on every geometry of the asset at the same time. Okay, you can do both. So here I'm in single object mode. I sculpt one single object at a time, or multiple objects. On the top panel of the tool window, you will see shortcuts to activate the different brushes. So you simply press to put the brush in the main operation. It's like if you modified the operation here. Okay, so you simply press. You can choose different operations for Shift Control and Shift Control key. You can find them here in the bottom left viewport documentation. And you can also do that by doing a shift click. So here, for example, I put push pull on my shift key operation, or control shift click. So here on the shift control shortcuts, I will have my smooth vertices operation. So let's see now the different brushes you get with that tool. The first one we are using from the start is the push-pull brush. So that brush simply push or pull with control the vertices along the normal of the brush. That one, the Inflate brush, will push or pull the vertices along their own normal. It's slightly different. Then you get two smooth brushes. The first one will smooth the vertices in wall space as they are in the viewport. So it's a simple smooth operation on the vertices as you see them. The second one will smooth the sculpt itself, so the sculpted values. So it will smooth those values you see here in the vertex color. Okay. Next, we have the relax tool. The relax tool, it's like smooth vertices, but it tries to keep the shapes and the volumes. Next, you get the eraser. So the eraser will erase the sculpting you've done. So it will to blend to zero all the sculpting you've done. It's a very useful tool. So if you want a perfect eraser, you simply put smoothness to 0, flow to 1, and you get that perfect eraser, especially in volume, to erase everything. Next, we have the flatten tool. The flatten tool will flatten the surface like that, simple. Next, we have the pinch tool. The pinch tool will do an effect like that, okay? And you can reverse it with control also. Reverse like that. Okay. And the last one is the grab tool. So the grab tool will simply grab the vertices and move them. So for example, you can use a large smooth brush to do global shape changes like that. Okay. So now we know how to sculpt. Let's sculpt on an animation. So if you sculpt something like that, of course, it will be correct with the animation. It will follow the animation, and you can continue if you need. You can continue to animate, and all you have sculpted will follow, right? But maybe you want to animate the sculpt itself. So to do that, you simply select your sculpt layer, and you select the delta points channel. So that channel contains the different sculpt you've done on the geometries, and you press S to create a key, and you get a key, a sculpt key on your sculpt layer. Okay, it's very simple. So you can retime the key if you need. And of course, you will if you do more sculpting from now, it will simply create a new key on the layer. So let's remove our stuff like that. Okay, and you can see the sculpt is animated. Let's create a new detail here like that. You get a new key, and everything is animated, interpolated smoothly with your sculpt keyframes, right? You can delete the keyframes, you can move them, retime them as regular keyframes, of course. If you need to add extra details with another timing, you can create a second layer for the same character. So you select the character, you create a new Sculpt Deformer, and you can come here and sculpt new details on the top of what you have sculpted, of course. So here you can check that that layer is done on the top of that one. Okay, you can remove and isolate one layer. Let's smooth it a little bit. Okay. And if you need, you can reorganize the sculpt layer also. Of course, if you change the order of the deformers, the effect can be different. So I think we saw everything about the Sculpt Deformer. Thank you for watching.